Now that the background part of your project is dry, you finish the wash, you let it dry, now you can move on to the subject part of your painting. So I'm going to mix a few colors. Again, make sure you're adding plenty of water. If you don't, your paint turns out shiny, which is a no-no with watercolor. So lots of water. I'm gonna mix a little bit of a yellow. Got some green in there, so it's kind of more green based. But we could clean that out if we needed. I don't mind it being a little bit green. All right, so now that I have my colors mixed, I'm going to start painting into the subject part of this drawing. You do not have to have your project at an angle when you're working at the subject. The only reason you have to have the project at an angle is when you're doing the wash in the background. So I'm going to start just to put some color up here. Now remember that you can only add the texture when there's plenty of liquid on the paper. If the watercolor is too dry, it will not work. So as you're painting, you might want to move back to a previous area, such as the top here, and add a little bit more color in. Or you can kind of pause while you're painting and get some texture and put it into certain areas. I'm going to use some of this yellow, kind of lighten up some of the areas so it's not just all solid green. I'm going to pause for a little bit to put some texture in here. Use a little bit of the salt, maybe a little bit of the rubbing alcohol. All right, and then I can keep painting. Might add a little bit more green in there to kind of build up some of the color, and even put a little bit of blue in it just to darken it. Just to put some yellow up, kind of just dot it in a little bit to add a little bit of extra color. Pause for a little bit, put some more texture in there. And then keep painting. Put some more yellow, some lighter areas. You know, just get some water and put it in there, so you'll have some really, really light areas that will mix with that color. All right, pause for a little bit. Then you'll just want it to let it dry, and then you'll be able to see all the texture appear when it's finished. Once this part is dry, if you feel like you need to kind of darken the background again, that's when you can mix the wash color and then do the same thing, just going around what you have here.